Hey guys, it is your host, Vincent Valdez-Sherry here, and we are back with another episode of the Socially Awkward Podcast. I just want to start off by thanking you guys for listening, because it means so much to me, and also Asha, that you guys just listen to us and support us. Literally makes me feel... People have come up to me still, and they're like, we listen to every episode from start to finish. And, like, people I still don't, like, think that would, and I love it. Guys, like, I'm glad that our stories of us just bickering, and even just our single episodes was just me talking. It means a lot to us that you guys listen to this, and we could not ask for anything else, just literally your support, and it just means so much. But me and Asha have been off for a couple of weeks just because we didn't have much to talk about, and we just been working a lot, just kind of getting stuff back into rhythm. But yeah, today's just me. It is an audio only episode, and yeah, I'm gonna keep doing a couple of these audio only episodes just because editing is a hassle, and sometimes I like the one-on-one talks. I think the audio only episodes might just be like me, but who knows, maybe we'll do a couple more just audio only. Let me know what you guys think. But no, yeah, I recorded this a couple of days ago, and I was literally just listening back to it, and I sounded like I was about to have a panic attack. So I was just like, I don't know, the way I was talking was just not it, but we're going to get back into it. I want some structure. I want some more serious topics to be talked about on this podcast, just because we can always bicker, but, we got to talk about some real shit sometimes. But, we're here. Before we get into that, I'm just kind of going to update you with my life. So, pretty much not much has happened besides me being sick again, guys. It sucks. I have to go see a GI, actually, because... these past 6 months, I've been in urgent care for the past 5 times, or I've been in there for 5 times for the same stomach problem. So something's going on. Anytime I can't get in the routine of eating well, and once I start doing it, my body just hates me. So we're gonna get into that. I have an appointment in a couple of days for that. Honestly, everything else has been pretty good. I've been doing good mentally. Honestly, when I do get sick, though, I get in this little depression mode, which kind of sucks, but it really is hard to get out of that. But we're back here. I've been lazy, I'm not gonna lie, but this is why I'm kind of just doing an audio only episode, just because editing is a lot of work, guys. It is a lot, and I do all of it by myself, but we're here. But this week's episode is going to be very serious. It is also going to be very broad. I'm not going to call out names, just because I should be a little bit more clear on this. The stories that I'm going to be telling are a mix between people that I've read online who have shared their stories, a little bit of my experiences, and just so I can get that general broadness of everything. And the talk I'm going to be talking about is alcoholism and a little bit of mental health. I honestly just want to talk about this because I don't think it's talked about enough in our world. Alcoholism is a bad disease. I have the definition pulled up here. It's just on Google, but just for all of you who don't know what it is or have never experienced it, just don't know the definition. A chronic disease is characterized by uncontrolled drinking with the consumption of alcohol. Alcoholism is the inability to control drinking due to both physical and emotional dependence on alcohol. There are more than 3 million cases per year. Obviously, treatments vary and usually self-diagnosed. I'm looking right here. Lab tests are not required. Okay. Anyway, I know a lot with alcohol. It ranges with, I know it mixes a lot with mental health conditions. Bipolar, depression, anxiety, BPD, all that stuff. And with my situation, I've had thoughts of do I cut this person off? Do I feel guilty if I do cut this person off? If I cut this person off, is it a relief? And even other scarier thoughts that I'm not really going to say, but it's crazy that I'm thinking those things. Now, I'm gonna give a really wide overview of my situation. there's like multiple, but like I'm kind of gonna mix them all into one. Like the main general reason why I'm talking about this is because somebody close to me has dealt with alcoholism, and they've had mental issues as well. But I almost a couple of months ago completely cut this person off, who was super close to me, because I needed to take a break and be like, okay, I'm trying to do my best, but it comes to a point where it's not my responsibility. It's hard because you love these people that you're around and you get nervous. You don't know what to do. You want to help, but then it's like exhausting. It's almost a burden. Now, with dealing with that, I also, with the whole situation that I was in, it was like this person was drinking because they were depressed or they couldn't sleep, and then that's like their coping mechanism, and then they get kind of spiraling in this hole. Well, mind you, me and a couple other people have tried to help these people. They say they want help. We try to help them. It's kind of hard to get them there sometimes, but they want help eventually. And then like afterwards we try to encourage them to like stick to stuff, and then we found out that they're lying to us about stuff, not going to like meetings, not calling doctors based on like medications, and like not calling to get evaluated for other things such as mental health disorders, which is hurting because you think that they're telling you this things that they're doing to get even better after the treatments, post-treatment stuff, but they're not doing it. It hurt a lot, and I think that's where I was like, okay, what do I do now? Because then they'll go back in this rabbit hole, and it's like everything that you did was almost felt like it was wasted. And then I know the alcoholic mind, like I don't know it personally, but from a witness, it's like I know they're obviously not in the right state of mind, so they'll say things like, you're not helping enough, which will hurt because you're like, okay, what else do I need to do? I can't force you to get help. I can help you to get help. Help you get the resources, but like I'm not gonna sit there and have a pity party with you over and over. It's hard because you don't know what to do. You want to leave. You don't know if that's the best decision to do, and you see it affecting everybody else around you. On top of that, getting lied to, I think, was the one thing that really hurt me, because I was like, some of these people, I was like, I was not expecting that at all. It was weird. It's crazy to think about. Now it's like we're back in that phase where it's like everything's starting to get better. Where do I go now? Because I don't know what to do. I've tried other stuff because I am a little bit kind of still going through this. I don't know any other routes. I've been nice. I'm always a nice guy. I'm not a big guy with confrontation, but when I need to do it, I'll do it. But I don't want to do that anymore. It takes a lot out of my time, and it's emotionally always in the back of my head all the time too. And I don't think people with alcohol realize how much they're affecting other people around them, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, like one of the reasons why I wanted to do Dry January was because the reason I was witnessing these situations with other people. It made me not want to drink. It made me want to feel healthier. And I know that might not be healthy. I don't know if it is or not, but it's kind of scary. And this is just like experience I kind of just want to open up with the world, and like if you're struggling with this, like, and you're feeling these emotions too, it's normal. And the fact that like it's so weird too, because when I was in these situations, they were like, you don't understand how I'm feeling. No, I don't. I'm trying to, though. They're like, you look it up. Like, have you looked it up? Yes, I have. I've tried to. Alcoholism is a disease that really hasn't been treated as like, it's just there's treatments, but there's no really big research on it. And it sucks because people always go in these cycles then. And alcohol is like the number one like addictive drug, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on anything. because I don't have any facts up right in me, but it's hard. It's sometimes you don't know what to do, and it's you got to realize though it's not your responsibility. As much as you will love them, it's not your responsibility. You can always be there for them, but you can't make them, you know. And anybody who's going through this, like, it's okay to feel those feelings. And now I've had like a friends whose like parents maybe have died from alcohol, and they're like, I want to help and you guys and so like me and my other friends or like anybody in like different ways because of that, because they felt like they haven't done enough. Maybe I don't know. It's like, but how I see it, it's like I don't know what else I need to do, you know. It's so confusing, and it's so like you feel bad for thinking some bad thoughts maybe, but it's also, I was watching a YouTube video about this actually. It was like how to deal with an alcoholic, possibly cutting them off, feeling guilty, or that you feel good for cutting them off, or even the thought of like maybe them passing, it's almost a relief. And that I think is normal. Even if your friend, family member, if you're going through this and you're thinking these thoughts, maybe if they pass away and that weight's lifted off your shoulders, that's okay to feel those things. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel a relief from it, because I haven't personally experienced that part of it yet, but I've experienced other like thoughts like that, and it's hard. It's so crazy to me that the thing, like the older I get, the more I'm experiencing this, but it's also, it's experience with life. It makes me see things from another perspective. I feel bad that people are even going through this. I never wish this upon anybody, the person who has the addiction or the family members around them. And I know the people who have this addiction don't want it. They don't want to put this burden on their family. They don't want, I know that people always have, like, at the end of the day, have like a good mind of it. It's just they don't know what to do at the end of the day either. But also I count of it as like, it is a disease. Mental illness also really does affect it heavily. If people around you are giving you resources, you say you want help, you don't like the certain help that you're getting, it's not up to us. We'll give you the resource, but it's not up to us to make that next step for you, you know? We can't do all of that for you. And that's where I'm at right now with my mindset. It's like, I will give you the resources, but it's up to you. If you don't like this treatment, let's go do another treatment. I'll be with you during it. Like, I'll help you, of course. But I'm not going to force you to go, because nobody likes to be forced to go places that they don't want to go, because they don't know. Maybe because they're scared that this treatment won't work. So now, because their past treatment didn't work. I understand that. That's something that you don't want to go through. It's like almost wasting time, but you tried at least. If you try, I'll be on board with you. I'll trust you more. You know, it's those things like that. And it's like scary. What are we at right now? We're at 14 minutes, you guys. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but alcoholism is something that I feel maybe everybody will experience some point in their life, rather that be a parent, brother, sibling, friend, family member. I think we always brush past it. This is another thing. I think I was listening to a podcast or YouTube video about this. It was like, address the problem right away. Don't brush it over, because the moment you address that problem, the easier it will become to fix. But I feel like people in our days like kind of just brush it over ahead. Oh, they'll figure it out, or like they'll get bad, they'll be good for a while, then they'll get bad again. Oop, my voice is cracked. But that time range will start to get like shorter and shorter, where they'll be good for a while, they'll be bad for a while, but then maybe that time range of them being bad again is shortened, you know? It's so weird to me that alcohol can really just affect people in that way, that it really just makes them feel like escaped. And alcoholics are smart. They aren't dumb. They're very smart, they're very manipulative, and they're very good at what they're doing. Hiding it, doing all this, doing all that, hiding it from their family, friends. Even sometimes convincing their mind that they're even not an alcoholic, you know? It's self-medicating, and if you are dealing with this, I want you to know that even though I'm talking about this from a different perspective that might sound a little harsh, like, just know you always have people around you. There's always somewhere to help. And even if it's not something that might not work for you, there's always something different. And it's hard to find resources like that, though. If you don't have insurance, it's hard. It's a lot of money, which kind of sucks because alcoholism and mental health services are hard to come about. If you don't have insurance, it's hard to pay for it, you know? But, like, I think of mental health as something that I take care of a lot. I dealt with anxiety when I was in high school, which I didn't even know what it was. And I started to get anxious because I felt like I was going to get anxiety, and then it almost turned into depression. Which then I was like, okay, I need to fix something. I had MRIs done because I didn't know what was going on. I had all these tests done, blood tests, because I thought something was wrong with me. But no, it was literally anxiety and stuff. And that's another thing. I think we need to talk about mental health a little bit more, which I'm glad I hear on social media a lot, that people are telling their stories. It's cool. And I'm glad that it's more of a thing that it's okay to be vulnerable in those situations. It's okay to talk about it, because the more you talk about it, the more it's like, okay, other people are experiencing this. This just isn't me. But yeah, I don't know. Mental health sucks, guys. If you're struggling out there, I get it. Like, honestly, like, I am not at 100% right now. I would say I'm very happy emotionally, friend-wise, relationship-wise. What I'm working on right now is myself. Sorry, we kind of transitioned to another topic, but this is what I'm doing. I'm really trying to figure out where I'm going to go, even in the next year, next 6 months, next 3 months. Like, I got to figure this out. Otherwise, like, I just don't want to waste potential that I have, you know? The older I get, the more I don't care. And I didn't realize that's actually a real thing. Like, I'm posting dance videos on TikTok, you know? That's like, if you caught me 3 or 4, even a year ago, I wouldn't have done it because I would have felt so judged, you know? And it's weird, like, social anxiety is a thing too. Like, I still have it. I've definitely grown out of it a little bit more, but, like, sometimes I'm just really socially awkward. Like, sometimes I just don't know how to make conversation or try to, like, find similar interests with people. It's weird, but I feel like the older I get, the more I talk to you guys on podcasts, the more I'm doing this. I'm trying to do it for myself as well. And I want everybody to know, if you are struggling at all, like, go to a close friend. Like, seriously, you'll find somebody who wants to help and listen. And I know that sounds stupid and a little cliche, but, like, there is somebody who wants to help, even just to talk to. Like, and I've seen it. It's like, I've been there. I've tried to help people, and it's, you'll know who your real friends are, because they'll be there for you as well. I'm gonna take a little sip of water. Hold on. No, but this, I know this. I'm glad you guys are listening. If you are listening, this is a little serious topic that I haven't really talked about myself, but I want to talk about it. I'm not going to review everything at all. Maybe a long time from now. But yeah, I mean, I want to, like, talk about this and listen back on this maybe in a couple years, see if I've learned anything new, you know? This is something that I'm not going to talk about once and say it's, like, gone forever. No, we need to talk about this more. And this is, like I said earlier, like, if you see signs of alcoholism, even mental health, like, talk about how you're feeling, so we can get help. The sooner the better. It's like, if you're sick, you don't wait to go to, like, until, like, you're dying. Actually, some people do, but you try to target it as soon as possible so you can get rid of it as soon as possible. It's stuff like that. And it goes for the same with mental health. They have withdrawal centers too. I actually just didn't know they have stuff like that. Like, and I know I think it's like the number one killing of like alcoholism is the withdrawal part. So if you are trying to like stop drinking, go to the hospital, go to like an alcohol rehabilitation center. Like, they will help you with the withdrawals, because I think that is the really big part that will kill people. They'll try to stop, but they just can't, because they're ingesting so much of it at like once for a long period of time. But there's always another alternative. There's always light at the end of the road. Don't worry. And I promise you, like said, I know I might have sounded a little harsh, but it was just from a different perspective. I'm not mad. People aren't mad about addiction. It's something that we want to talk about more. We want to spread the word, because we see these people struggling. And say we do get a little frustrated. It's because people love their loved ones. I really could never leave somebody that I love. It's just, I always will eventually be there for them. It's just, people do get frustrated because people love their loved ones. They just want to see them get better. They want to see them get happy. They want to see that smile in their face. Just know you are not alone. And I know that sounds so cliche, and I've said this before, but you're not alone. And I don't want people to think like I'm like hating addiction. And not. I want to talk about it more, because it needs to be talked about. And it's serious. Yeah, seriously. We get frustrated because we love you guys. Seriously. We are at 21 minutes here. This will be kind of a short episode today. I don't think I'm going to do any cuts with this either. So I'm going to listen back to this soon. And then you guys have a great day. You guys can listen to this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I don't know if I'm going to post this on YouTube. Yeah, maybe just like a blank screen or something. Just audio only. I don't know. Go follow on YouTube, Instagram, everything. Share this podcast with your friends and family. We're gonna have a more structured base with this podcast. I'm really trying to stay consistent with this and with a lot of my work, because this is the time of year right now where like I'll do my workouts, I'll have this, I'll try to be consistent, and then I'll like get sick or something like I did today. It will just fall up. I'm going to try to be consistent, try to think of more topics. Like, I'm going to try to do my best, guys. I just started another new job, which I'm excited about. And I'm looking for another job internship in the summer, which I'm going to get one, guys. I'm going to have that mentality. This is another thing. Before I end this is another thing, guys. There are people in your life that you were meant to like meet for a reason. I met this guy who was bartending at a bar. Me and my friend Sam went out to a bar, and this guy was bartending, and he really gave me good information. He was like, I was telling him I want this internship, I want to work at this place. He was like, you're gonna work at this place. He was like, stop talking so negative about yourself. Think positive. And that's what I'm really trying to do. And the way that he was talking, the way he was giving advice, really just opened up my eye again. I was like, these are the people that I need to surround myself with, which I'm going to. So anyway, that's besides the point. I just want to let you know that surround yourself by good people, not just because you think they're good for you. You know when they're good for you. And seriously, your friends will reach out to you. You don't always have to reach out to them. They will reach out to you too. It would be equal things. But thank you guys for watching the Socially Awkward Podcast. I am your host, Vincent Ballasher. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.